All right, guys, welcome to another live podcast here. Hope this is working well. It's always hard for me to tell, but I'm assuming it is. So thanks for tuning in. I got a couple of things I want to talk about today, and mainly just gratitude. Mainly just want to say thank you guys for being here and check in with you. Got any comments or questions? I'm happy to. I got to put my glasses back on. I don't know where they are. Happy to chat with you a little bit. And we're kind of nearing this 100,000 subscribers mark, which I think is amazing. I never thought I'd really get that far. It's just started with a passion. Started with loving dogs and wanting to share that work with everyone. And I remember a long time ago when I started my organization, Bound Angels, which works with shelter dogs. There was a woman who's passed away since. Her name was Blake. And she asked me to help her at a shelter. And she said, can you come do this and do that or whatever it was? And I said, I can't, I'm busy. And she said, if I could do what you do, I would do it for free every day. And that's when I started thinking, I got to teach people how to do this, how to train dogs, my methodology, my thoughts, my input and stuff like that. And I did. And ever since then, it has just taken off. We've taught, I was talking about this the other day. And hi, Fabiano. I got all your messages too. I started teaching Bound Angels University years ago. I started Bound Angels a long time ago, and I really fell in love with teaching. But one thing that was really fascinating, I talked about with Pete and some of the people at the Bound Angels University the other day, was I've been doing this for 12 years at the animal shelters. I've worked with some of the hardest dogs, and in 12 years we have a zero injury history, which is amazing. So in 12 years, thousands and thousands of dogs that I've worked with had out. No people have gotten injured. No dogs have gotten injured. I mean, there's been some, nips and stuff, but there's never been one thing where anybody required stitches or a dog required stitches. And there's no other person working in shelters who can say that. So anyway, let me see what you got here for. Okay. Thanks. Thank you guys. Thank you. If you just started a dog walking business, take it slow. Somebody said how to stop a female dog humping and pinning dogs down. That's a tough one. I mean, female dogs can be really dominant and tough, so you got to be really, really careful. But I'm putting my glasses on. I hope I look like a dork. Leash videos. I mean, if you're going to ask me anything, then I think you really got to watch my videos before you ask questions, because I've done videos on about everything. There's about we're close to 1,000 videos here on this channel, and it's amazing to see how German Shepherds had a place next to me and sit to me to wait and throw the ball. Watch my retrieve videos. So thank you guys. I mean, I'm the best. I don't know if I'm the best. I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do, and I just really enjoy this. So let's see what else you got here. And amazingly enough, 100,000 people. We're at 98,400 or something now, and the videos are just doing well. All the videos are going super, super great. Let's see what we got here. Did you see the president honoring Conan, the great hero dog? I think that's awesome. I mean, the danger with that is, I don't know if you guys subscribe to my podcast over at Apple Podcast and Google and all those places, but when people start making hero dogs out of these Malinois, every idiot's going to want one. People who really, really want one, I think it's great. I mean, I love my Malinois. I love Goofy. I love Malinois in general. It's my favorite breed, but I don't think they're a good choice for most people. So how to make your own dog food. There are a couple of videos. Actually, if you go to my member section, there's actually even a video on the secret silly cookie recipe, which I would really do. Ryan, working my Malinois about 4 to 5 hours a day, but female still chews on carpet when she's tired. She's a Malinois. She's got to have less freedom. Is a prong collar on a 5-month-old puppy a bad idea? I always say puppies, prong collars are a thing that you're going to depend on the temperament of the dog. But people make the mistake and they say, well, it's not good for a really young dog, and it's not good for certain dogs. That's the key, right? Certain drives of dogs, like if a dog doesn't really understand corrections, he does not have a relationship, then I would definitely not put a prong collar on the dog. And whenever you put a prong collar on a dog, please make sure you watch my video, and it's on YouTube. It's here on YouTube. It's a free video on leash pressure. So I'm going to give a couple plugs out to my membership section at robertcabral.com. And Hope you'll go over there and join. Those of you who aren't, the videos there are a lot longer, a lot more detail oriented, but the main focus here is just to grow this YouTube channel. That's what I'm really focused on. Bozman is doing great. Just had him out this morning about 4:30. I was up, ready to go to the gym, and he was just zipping around the yard. He's doing great. And Bozman is the light of my life. I love that guy. Let's see. Yeah, you're right there. Elephant in the room. 8-week-old Doberman puppy. Planning on getting him at IPO. When's too early? Any tips? It's not too early, right? If you have a really good IPO club, I don't know where you are, but I would get that puppy used to being on the field, used to being around other dogs, all these crazy things. But you got to get them with early biting. Make sure you got all his teeth, and you're gonna take them out, and they're not gonna do any biting during teething and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, get them in early, really, really early. Dwayne's doing great. All the dogs are great, by the way, so you don't have to go through all of them. How do we teach a young to behave indoors and not be so excited out of a crate? Structure. You got to keep them on a tether, keep them with you, watch them, engage them, and keep those periods short. So it's all positive. Do you have any experience with supplements? Our GSC is showing signs of hip dysplasia. I don't know how much that can help. I mean, you can minimize the pain and stuff like that. You can do things like, CBD oil is really good. I like it, but I get all my dogs on a Dasaquin, an MSM glucosamine chondroitin supplement early on. Danilo, I don't know what language you're typing, but I do not read it, whatever that is. It's English and German. That's going to be about it. How do I get a puppy to stop from eating stones and bugs? You've got to correct them. You've got to teach them what no means. You've got to teach them what they can and can't do. Goofy learned that early on. Yeah, I agree. All the Dina Yando, I agree. All the dogs deserve a standing ovation. They're not pet dogs, but they deserve a standing ovation. Yes, 100%. How do you keep your dog from destroying a Christmas tree? Don't let them near the Christmas tree. Those are all important things. Everything I talk about here, somebody said the other day, they said, oh, Robert, you could sum up every single thing, every answer to the questions you get by saying obedience. And that's really it. That's really, really, really it. It's all about obedience. And that's kind of what I keep talking about. If your pup just got neutered, I'd wait a couple of days before I start training him again. I think that's really important. Raw food humans now is going into dog world. Is phytoplankton, spirulina, bee pollen, etc. necessary? I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I give Goofy and Maya, I was going to actually make a post on that. What I like to do is I like to give them hemp seed, chia seed, and also I do turmeric. So that's a little concoction that I have. I love it. Socializing shelter dogs is the number one most important thing you can do. They need to be socialized. They need to be trained. Leash around my dog indoor. No, don't do those pee bands. Those are really ridiculous. Just teach your dog not to pee in the house. Watch them. Watch them. But don't start getting used to going in diapers. It's really demeaning to dogs. I hate that. Trey says, my other two dogs, he bites their neck. He's playing. He's really wanting to bite them. I tell him not. Goofy bites Dwayne's neck all the time. That's just what they do. That's it. What kind of vitamins do I feed? There's a couple different ones. One I would really recommend, Earth Animal Daily Raw is really good. And they also have Daily Nuggets, which are really good. Earth Animal's a good company. I like them. I've got no deal with them, though, by the way. I make no money on them. How do I get an 11-month-old to be okay with invasive mouth checks by vet? I missed it. And she got twig stuck. Managed to pull it up. I never practiced checking beyond pause. Always got to check everything on your dog. Everything. How to stop a beagle Rottweiler from jumping the fence while chasing squirrels? Coyote rollers. Watch my video on coyote rollers. That'll help you with that. That's really important. Fabiano, you're working with two Shiatsu, I think you mean Shih Tzu males. Female afraid to interact with male, need help getting them along. Put them in crates, keep them apart from each other, and be chill. Be super patient. Don't put dogs together that you don't think are going to get along. 4-month-old Amstaff puppy with super high prey drive, as well as 12-month-old Maltese who just wants to play with the and doesn't want to play. How do you get them to relax? I don't understand what you're saying, though, because you've got a 12-month-old Maltese and a 4-month-old Amstaff puppy. You've got your hands full. I don't know why you would do that. That's a tough one. That's a real tough. Or you're a 12-year-old, but the 12-year-old doesn't play. Your questions, I can't figure it out. Sorry. What is this here? More exercise for puppy. Yeah, I mean, exercise your dogs, but oh no, don't over exercise puppies. That's really dangerous. People always want to do that. They get puppies, they start biking them, running them, jumping them, and all that stuff. And that's really, really not good. Not good at all. In fact, you're going to hurt the dog if you don't wait. 1-year-old German Shepherd, when it's time to start sleeve training? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if 12-month-old dog, I would already have them on a soft sleeve, a puppy sleeve. That's really, really important. If you don't have that yet, you might be having some issues. I may do a podcast about my time in IPO because I really loved it. I think it's a great sport. I think Mondio ring is a great, great sport. I never did any protection in Mondio. I did protection in IPO, so I don't know much about the sleeves or the bite suits or anything like that. You all shark. How does Zach George have over 2 million subscribers and Robert has listen? You got me on that one. That's a mystery to me too. I'll be honest with you. Look at a lot of these YouTube channels. They have a lot of followers, but you know what? You can buy followers. And that's something I've never done. Every follower on there is somebody who I got organically and naturally. And I'm going to say they want to hit 1 million. But right now we're going to hit 100,000. Do I agree that it should be illegal to feed your dog, cat a vegan diet? I don't know. I'm not big on laws. I hate, I think we're a country of laws. I think we should have less laws. I'm going to sneeze in a second here. But I think it's idiotic. I mean, feeding a dog a vegan diet is stupid. It's just downright stupid. Do I come to Serbia? No, I don't. I haven't been to Europe in years. Probably, God, 15 years I haven't been there. Waist leash in a home while doing my chore. Okay, I already said no waist leashes. Don't ask me that one no more. That's done. Need real advice to my mom. Wants to breed my Dutch Belgian with her chocolate. She's. I hate to say her mom's a moron, but anybody who wants to breed a Malinois with a lab, stupid. It's really dumb. Sorry, don't do it. Why would older female hide from a 6-month-old puppy? Because she doesn't want to be bothered. Puppies are a pain in the neck. Everybody hates puppies. What is too much working out for a 12-week-old giant schnauzer? More than 20 minutes. Don't just take it easy with your puppies, right? Please don't do that. Give your puppies a chance to settle in and do all that stuff. You're gonna get the puppy and you want to do all this stuff right away, and it's really bad. It's really unhealthy for the dog. I sneeze any minute, I swear to God. Dogs that get fixated on items, you got to teach these dogs obedience. You got to teach them a leave it command. Okay, Susan, you had a Malinois lab mix. That was a great dog, but it's not something I advocate breeding. Really, really bad. 15-week-old Malinois, how far? You shouldn't walk them far at all. You should take them for a little walk around the block. That's it. And that's not going to be good. Do some obedience with these dogs. Have them run around a yard. Do I think a dog and IPO can be a balanced family pet? 1,000%. Yes. A really well-bred dog? Yes, absolutely. Okay, John, thank you. That's very nice. You guys really make this whole thing worthwhile. You really make my time on YouTube, on doing these videos, just really, really fun. Janet will tell you, I love doing these videos. I love just getting on here, talking to you guys, doing the podcast, doing the videos. And, there's always something new. There's always something I can think of for another video I haven't done. And I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these videos. Do you do YouTube and your programs full-time or on the side? It's my full-time thing now. I've kind of pretty much stopped training dogs for the public. I'll do sessions here and there, but it's pretty much evolved into Bound Angels University, that work, and the work of me being on here to help you guys do this stuff. My advice on experience, and I lost. For Dutch, what is your advice on experience requirements for Dutch Shepherds? I've never owned my own dog, but I've grown up with them and training. It always seemed come easy to me. Well, if you get experience, the way to get experience is go to somebody who's got a Dutchie and help them train it. And in fact, join an IPO club and work with them there. Do I suggest learning over YouTube, over obedience school, good schools around SoCal? No, I'm not having any clinics. I want to. I want to do more lectures. I will start doing some. I promise. I promise you I will. I really enjoy teaching you guys. I enjoy working with you guys, helping you guys out. God. My allergies since last night have been killing me. So I want to own my Mal. How do I know I'm right to be an owner? Man, it's so hard. It's not that there's any right or wrong thing to know, but you've got to be super patient, super diligent. You got to be super clear in your communication with this is Mal's, Dutchies, any of those really high working on German Shepherds. You got to be super, super clear with them. You can't just, go to PetSmart or something and learn how to train them. It's not going to happen. Do I have any experience with purebred Akitas? What are your opinion of Akitas? Akitas are a very dominant breed. They're very hard to read. I think all Asian dogs, Shar-Pei, Chow, Akita, all those dogs are super hard to read. I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, I had two Shar-Pei. I like them, but I don't know. My boyfriend gave me 1-year-old miniature Schnauzer a little bite of raw. Question. My boyfriend gave my 1-year-old miniature Schnauzer a little bite of raw chicken, and now she just nudges her food. She won't eat it. Well, she's spoiled. So just don't give her any food for a day or two, and she'll start eating her other food again. How do I think a 9-month-old Borbal needs to walk per day, and how many times a day? Borbal's are a really strong dog too. Okay, I gotta blow my nose here in a minute. Oh, it's just since I started here, I was doing good just before. Give me a second. I'm going to go blow my nose. Hang on. All right, I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that. You met a 260-pound Mastiff at the park yesterday. It was like a barrel. Biggest, yeah. Well, I think it's ridiculous. I don't know why people own these dogs. I really have a huge problem with it. So, I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do. Discovered your channel a few days ago. We'll have my first dog ever, a German Shepherd. Been binge watching your videos. Thanks for that. It's been insightful. Great. Thank you. Now I lost where you are. Kevin, just keep watching my videos, man. I mean, it's just, there's tons. And if you really want, detailed training, I do suggest you go to my member site. And every once in a while people criticize me. Oh, you're just trying to sell memberships. Well, I kind of am. I am. I make my living by my memberships and by my endorsement stuff on YouTube and stuff. So, I am trying to make a living. I've got to pay my rent and everything. But there's a lot of great information. You're getting a super great deal on the membership section. A lot of great stuff. Australia. Someday I'm going to get down to Australia and New Zealand and do something. I've always wanted to go down there. I like you guys' accents. Yeah, a lot of you guys always criticize, or I should say compliment me, because you think I'm always really honest. And sometimes it bites me in the butt, because a lot of people get really upset because I'm too blunt. But that's just the way I am. I've always been like that. I've always been really to the point. I don't believe in cutting, or showing things. I hate when people do that. It really drives me nuts. Is 2 miles too far for a 6-month? Yes. It's a 6-month-old dog. It can't go that far. It's ridiculous. All right, here's what Robert's videos have helped a ton for training my 5-month-old Akita. Went from feeling kind of overwhelmed to completely confident. Thank you, HT Hazard. That's really nice. You guys can make some videos, by the way. I asked some of my members to do it. Make some videos saying how great, you've learned to train your dog and everything here, and I'll post them. I'll post them on the membership. I'll post them on YouTube. Let's see. How do I join your membership? Go to robertcabral.com. That's it. Malbreeders, it's funny. I don't recommend malbreeders, and I'll tell you why. Because I just don't really want people to have mals. I think it's such a hard thing. The Borbal question before you blow your nose. What was the Borbal question? Oh, that they're big? Ask me that question again, Mr. Fake Movie, because I forgot. I know it's up there. I can't scroll up. It's too much work. Working on a dog who gets overstimulated. He has strong leave it command, but is there a way to get him to self-correct before the leave it is needed? Just do the leave it. Once the dog understands the leave it command, they'll start to remember what the leave it was for. And the more you repeat that, they'll start to know, like not to pick up sticks or whatever. They'll know that that's something they shouldn't do if they're smart. 1-year-old Boston Terrier, loose leash walking. Watch my videos. You got to watch the videos. I can't explain here, verbally how to train your dog. I'm just kind of here, just checking in with you guys, saying thank you for your subscriptions. Thanks for supporting my channel and all that stuff. Let's see. 9-month-old. How long per walk and how many times a day? That was about the Borbal. Half a mile, something like that. Do multiples. So what you really want to be careful with a dog is not to get impact on the dog's joints before the growth plates close. The growth plates on smaller dogs close at they say about 9 months to a year, and bigger dogs they close in about 18 months, 16 to 18 months. So just be really aware of that. Hi, Larry. Hey, Doug. How are you? Nice to see you here. I should teach my dog to approach other dogs. My 8-month-old Staffy just wants to run up. Yeah, don't let him run up to everyone, right? Because they're going to get bit. You got to teach him calm. Sit, turn around, come back, sit down, come around, come back. The name of my podcast is just Robert Cabral's Canine Conversations, and you should all subscribe to that. It's gotten thousands and thousands of followers. It's got all 5-star. Well, one guy had an idiot, one stupid review, but everything that's been five stars. So I definitely would do that. Australian Labradoodle nervous, shows submissive peeing to CBD. It can, but you got to keep those introductions really, really, so there's no magic bullet. People always say, oh, whatever it is, there's no magic bullet. Okay, loved your tip on the leash lock. I work with shelter dog mostly, and it works great. It's amazing. The leash lock is one of my favorite things. If you haven't seen that video, go look at it. It's the second to last video I uploaded. You gotta watch it. It's a super. One moron said, oh, stupid, you're just wrapping leash, that's all the video's about. And you think to yourself, how stupid people really are. You're getting a mal, how should you? Yeah, be very calm, very cool, very chill. Don't over coddle the dog. Oh, don't baby the dog or whatever. Glad you guys like the videos. Thank you so much. Get a sea salt lamp. Okay, you guys always have some crazy cockamamie idea, like, oh, light some aromatherapy. It doesn't always work. It's not always good. You got to work on structure. I think the aromatherapy and the CBD is great, but there's a little more to it than that. So don't just think that it's going to be one magic bullet. Your Dalmatian to listen commands when I see I have no treats. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on that, because you guys, or so many of you, I should say, go into this whole thing of the Catholic priest. It means you go like this. You go, hey, come, and you're luring the dog, right? You don't lure dogs. You reward dogs. You lure and shape the behaviors when they're young, and then you fade the treat. And it's based on your voice, based on the dog wanting to listen to you. That's super, super important. So that's great. Oh, look at that. Syracuse, New York, Australia. We got people from everywhere. German Shepherd, 10 months old, December 7th, and weighs 97 pounds. My fiance cannot hold him back, super strong. I'm assuming your fiance is a woman. I can't read. I don't get all your names, so it just goes really kind of fast. My German Shepherd got charged the other day. I think it affected her. Then today, 2 big dogs ran up to her, working so hard. Yeah, it's so hard, man. I mean, I feel so sorry for you guys if you have loose dogs running around and you're trying to control your dogs, structure your dogs, and then it sucks. I mean, I'd keep an air horn at the very least and just scare some of these dogs off. Don't let loose dogs run up to your dog. I mean, I'm blessed that I don't really have it, and when I have it, I come totally unglued. So I just do not like it at all. So Britt, I get saying it sucks. Erie, Pennsylvania. Okay. 10-month-old Dutchie lacks the drive to do French ring and search and rescue. Do you think that drive is something that can be pulled out of him? I do. I mean, drive is the friend and the enemy of everybody. It's something that's so good to have, but you got to be so careful, because it can go wrong so quickly. A 7-month-old shepherd eats poop. Sometimes they eat poop because they're bored. Sometimes they eat poop because they're missing nutrition. They're trying to ingest more and more nutrition. I would make sure that you clean the poop. Maya did it a couple of times. Like early on, she did it, and I just kind of kept cleaning it up. And I told her phooey and kind of scared her a little bit. I'd never hit her or yelled at her, but I kind of like would from the window, rap on the window, really like, hey, leave it alone. And she was fine. She got that. One more question: is there a way I could have kicked both dogs? No, you're not going to do it. You don't want to get bit. Australian Labradoodle. First few minutes with my fiance, then warms up nervous. He's nervous every day. I don't know. I don't understand that question either. How to control barking dogs in a rescue when they know they have bark collars on when they don't. That's one funny thing, man. They just learned the bark collar thing. I wouldn't even try to take them on. Like Maya, when she's in the car, she has a bark collar on. She comes completely unglued. Evergreen Penguin, thank you for that. Sometimes you guys send me an email just to thank me for this stuff, and I have to tell you, that means so much to me. It means so much to me that you guys appreciate what I'm doing, and when I get those emails, it just warms my heart. I got to tell you, there's so many times you guys send me, it just warms my heart. I got to tell you, there's so many times you guys send me a message or an email, and I try to respond to everything, but it's very, very hard. I get thousands of emails. Hundreds of emails every day. I get thousands every week. But I want to thank you, and I really appreciate you guys being here. That's super important. What are my thoughts on letting dogs sleep in bed with you? My dogs sleep in bed with me. Janet has Jimmy. I have Goofy. We love it. I think it's great. Do I condemn a dog for sleeping with its owners? No, I don't. I don't at all. I think it's great. And by the way, I don't let dogs sleep with me early on. Like first year or so, they do not get that. They don't get to sleep with me. They certainly have to, earn that privilege. That's really, really important. So yeah. Husky keeps jumping up when I walk in. Stepping into her space doesn't help. She treats it as a hug. Well, you're not stepping in far enough. If you're stepping in enough to hug her, then you're just stepping in for a hug. Luna, you're right. We do need more balanced trainers. There's few balanced trainers. That's what some of you keep saying. So few balanced trainers out there. A lot of the people here on YouTube are cookie trainers because cookie training is easy, right? It's just, here's what we do, and it does this and does that, and it kind of like A, B, and C. But and again, I have an issue with positive only trainers. I have no problem with positive. In fact, I am a positive trainer, and I've gotten criticized by a lot of trainers for being too much of a cookie trainer, which is really funny when I criticize people who are too much of cookie trainers. So the irony is that you have to kind of think, where is this middle ground? That dogs need to be rewarded, they need to be corrected, and that's it. I'm a legend. I don't know if I'm a legend. Thank you. I think people are legends when they die. So maybe I will be a legend. Where can I get a leash like yours? I think you're talking about the blue and black one that was custom made. Can't get it. Sorry. There's a company. I think Sexy Beast Dog Collars has some cool leashes. How do I dealt my separation anxiety? I rescued him from a shelter. First of all, stop reminding yourself that you rescued him from a shelter and just treat him like a dog. Treat him normally. I've got articles on separation anxiety. Read those. Super important. It's funny. Is this all the same person? Yeah, Manny Yain or whatever. I can't say your name right, but you keep going on and on about the Labradoodle. You gotta treat this dog like a real dog. You gotta treat him like a real dog. People who get Labradoodles and cockapoodles and all these these mixes always treat them like they're something different. They're not. They're just dogs. So don't treat them like that. Don't treat them like like they're something different. They're just dogs. Train your dog like a dog. Love your dog like a dog. Talk to your dog like a dog. Yes, Elijah Bibora, I will. It's one of my plans is to do an e-collar series. I think it's so important to have a good understanding of it. Thank you, Karen. Prong collars users. I only do Hermspringers and Clin, ABC Clin does really good prong collars now too. So you guys should check out my friend Blue Collar Working Dog. That's a really good place to get stuff. He's building a store on there. That's a great place to go. If not, you guys all know Learberg. I'm sure that's a great place to go to. It's big business there. How do I handle or explain the use of e-collar to people who criticize it? I don't. I have no reason to try to convince somebody of something, and that's where people make this huge mistake. They kind of say, "Oh, it's kind of like how do you know somebody's a vegan?" They tell you. How do you know somebody's whatever? They tell you. I'm not that guy. I'm just not the guy who's going to go over and try to convince you of something. It works for me. If you don't want to use it, don't use it, but don't tell me not to use it. And yeah, the keeper collar, I think it's great. I think it's not that good on a really, really strong dog like Goofy and I don't really respond to it as well. But I don't know if people think I look like Matthew McConaughey. I never got that. I used to get Richard Gere when I was younger. A couple other people I don't know. By the way, I don't watch TV. There's a little tidbit for you. Janet and I do Netflix. We love, the pay-per-view and stuff like that, but we do not do anything like that. Julius Canine, I like it a lot. Maxime, I think it's really good stuff. True Love harnesses are really good and strong if you want a good. I don't do great cheapish. I kind of do good stuff or I don't do anything. How many meals do your pets get and what timings do you choose? Why? Okay, so now it's 3:41, which means my dogs are 12 minutes, 3:42, past their feeding because I feed them at 3:30 and I feed them early in the morning, usually right after the gym. If I go to the gym, I leave around 4:30, 5:30 and that, and then I feed them when I come home, which is usually around 8:30 or so. Then I feed them again about 3:30 and then they'll get like a cookie with their thyroid stuff for dinner and then that's it. So, okay. I'm going to start to wrap this up. It's 29 minutes. That's a lot. How do you guys tolerate me for this long? I mean, I don't know. Where do you get your tugs? Look up ABC Clin tugs. Look up Julius Canine tugs. They're really good. Let's see. How do you use the prong collar on your dogs? Watch my videos. Reward with treat. No one mentions what those treats are. Are they candy, normal dog food, something else? They're treats, Kevin. They're treats. It's not that complicated. There's dog treats. Usually they're jerky. They're jerky treats. That's what I would do. So, all right. Backpacks for dogs. I like the military kind. I don't really use them that much. I don't like loading my dog down. I'm not a hiker. You might not know that. I don't like to hike. Any advice on dog allergies? Yeah, good solid diet, and check Dr. Dodd's what's it called? Nutriscan test. That'll kind of give you a good indication of a lot of allergies. It's a good product. I've used it myself. You mentioned corrections a lot. I'm curious, what's the best method for this? Rolled up newspaper. Yeah, I don't do the rolled up newspaper thing. I think it's kind of silly. Not necessary. Not necessary at all. So, okay, listen, I'm going to jump off of here. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for checking in. So, Kevin, I didn't mean to be sarcastic, but treats are treats. As people are saying, I'm being sarcastic. I'm kind of sorry. Treats are treats, right? It's like if I say, hey, do you guys want some dessert? Like a dessert is a dessert. It'll probably be a cookie or a cake or a pie or something like that. All right. Yeah, I mean, I could talk there, Janelle. I could talk for another 4 hours. I can go on and on about this, but I got to cut it short because people are going to tune in. They're going to want to watch this, and they're going to say, God, it's a 40-minute video. I'm not going to do this. So, and Goofy and I need to get fed up. Goofy, come up here. Let's have Goofy say hi to everybody. Come here, Goofy. Here comes Goofy. Come here. Okay, he's right here. Goofy over here. There he is. Okay, there we go. We're going to sign off. That's Goofy signing off with me. And okay, that's enough. That's enough. All right, that's enough. All right, so we're signing off. Goofy, hop off. I'm going to get food if you hop off. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. And I will see you next time. Take care. I got to figure out how to end this now. All right. See you later.